Hey everybody, it's Kelly. Happy day 15, and actually on my time it is almost day 16. So this was day 14, baking cookies, so 4 by 6 to 3 by 4. So I'm going to use the back side of that. But I went to a concert and sing along with Keith and Kristen Getty tonight, who are two Christian artists, and they do a song called In Christ Alone that if you haven't heard it, check it out. It's actually gorgeous and one of my favorite songs. So anyway, it was at a church near-ish to me, but I still had a pretty decent drive home. And I decided to get this work done tonight because I have a long day at work tomorrow and I'm not sure I'm going to. So I went to the concert with some friends. We went to dinner first. So I have the wine catalog from Cooper's Hawk. I have a business card. This is not going to totally fit into my book. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do here. I might just cut it off here or right up here and just be done with it, and just use it kind of that way. Or I might see how much of that sticks up above that and see what I decide. But I did punch it so it sits down at the bottom of the book here. That's important if you're going to have stuff sticking out of the top. So, obviously, I think I want this photo over here. Pretty sure about that. I've got this card, so that can go over here. This, we already know what I'm going to do with it, just not exactly where. Then I decided to use a 4 by 6 photo insert here, but I already have done. You'll discover that tomorrow that I actually made tomorrow's page already. I did one of those filler things just because I knew I was going to have a long day at work and I had some photos I wanted to get in. So I did that already. But then I'll have the back of this left. And there are things I could put in there, but I decided this would be a fun time to use some like filler stuff. So I love this picture. This was taken with my friend's phone, which is much nicer than mine. So I found this card, and I think I'm going to use this just because it's they talked a lot about joy. And then I think on the other side I'll put this photo and then this piece. Now I want to make sure you can get all this. So I'm going to move all this over. Anyway, so I think I'll put those pieces, and then I knew that I had a joyful card, so I pulled that. So I think this, and this is creamy and this is not. So I think I'm going to move that. And then I also pulled papers that I thought I might be able to work with. So I think I want to work with this striped paper. Maybe trim that one down a little bit more yet. I trimmed this one down so you could really see that. I'm going to try to, we'll just trim my chin off a little bit more. That's okay, since I'm the one taking the photo, my chin is really big. It is not that big. Okay, and then this, I think I'm going to do in this stripe as well. I had a couple different options to use, and put that card down. And then this, I was thinking about the stripe, but I don't like the way it looks. So I think I'm going to use this blue here. So since I have all of those decisions made, and I keep trying to sit in my chair. You guys, my chair broke today. Good thing I have one coming tomorrow, isn't it? I just realized I could use red here. Although, yeah, I don't like the red. Not for these purposes anyway. I love that pattern, but I think it's not right for this particular page, at least next to this, because there's not a lot of red there. Anyway, my chair actually broke today. So I have one coming tomorrow. I guess I'll be putting that together faster than I thought I was going to. Oh, I just realized there's the black side here, but then there's this white side here. That white side disappears though, so we'll just use this. And this is really more of a kind of filler thing to remind me where we went to dinner. It's not like I'm thinking, you know, like I don't think I really, there's, what do I want to say? It's not really important per se. I do have, I pulled my, I used these, I got these brads last year when I got the Cozy and Bright collection to use, and I've like used almost none of those. So I did pull that. Now this card is quite a bit higher than this one. So I'm going to put this at the bottom because I have a lot more room at the top of that card than I do at the bottom. So if I'm cutting, I will strategically do that sometimes, you know, kind of take a look. So I really didn't lose much on that side. There's that, there's this. We have to get this one on. And let's see, do I want to trim this anymore? Yes. So I'm just trying to figure out where we're going to trim that. The cool part is I don't live in the city that this concert took place in any longer, but I used to go to this church. So that was kind of cool. It was sort of like going home for me, and it was also very handy when I had to go to bathroom at the intermission because I knew where there were bathrooms that nobody else would know about. Okay, so let's just grab this out. And I'll do, I'm probably not going to do that journaling tonight. I'll do that tomorrow and talk about, you know, the experience and my dinner. I had this fabulous, I love risotto. I always have said is if I had to have a last meal, risotto would be part of it. And I had this amazing shrimp and scallop risotto with corn and peas and asparagus, and oh my gosh. I like Cooper's Hawk food anyway. And so I've not had that risotto before though. Oh my gosh, it was delicious. Okay, so we have that. This needs to go on this one. I think the Wonder and Joy are, that's pretty easy where that's going to go. I do need a number here tonight. So I have to think about that, and I'll want it, maybe it'll go on here, and it is one of these sort of label-y like things. I managed to get the card on here crooked, so what I'm going to do is drop this down. As long as I'm talking about the fact that I have to put this on, let's get this on here. And then I'm just, I can put something more Christmassy on here if I want to. Because I have those, remember I have those Oh Holy Night phrase stickers, and I'm thinking I might want to put one of those on there. One of the themes for the evening was joy. Kept talking about that word. So I'm pulling joy products and that kind of a thing to kind of work with that. It's one of those things that it helps you remember. And I happen to have this set of acrylic words. I like believe, but there's a joyful here. So I'm thinking I could sit that here, but that it also might be interesting if I sat it on this washi tape. And I'm being careful. This is old. It's from Queen and Company, and they're notorious for their washi's, like the layers not coming off properly. I've actually thrown entire rolls of tape away because of that. Yep, I'm going to do that. I think it'll look good. It's weird for me not to be sitting. It's also probably weird for you guys not to be hearing my chair squeaking. I don't have a standing desk, so as a massage therapist, this is probably not the most ideal way to be standing, but I don't intend on being here all night. It's not like I'm going to be scrapbooking all night. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go to bed because I have to be up very early in the morning. Now, with the wine catalog, too, I could put something on this, but I might not. I might just leave it as is. And this I might do it behind all this stuff. I don't know that I want to put it in the middle of this. So I think what I'm going to do is put it on the back side of this page. Okay, so let's see. Celebrating the birth of Jesus, candlelight service, the wonders of his love, glory to the light of the world, joy to the world, hallelujah, Christmas rest, and Jesus is the reason for the season. And let your heart be light. We did talk about light too. This was not really a candle light service, but I think I'm going to do glory to the light of the world. I like that. So this is one of those, I think whatever phrase you feel is appropriate is the appropriate phrase to use. Now, here's that joy. And there is a little bit of gold. You can see the gold light in the trees that my friend's camera caught. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to poke a hole in this. So I have an old Making Memories hole poker tool, pokey tool. I think that's what Nancy Sinclair calls it. And what I do is I kind of like just do that. I have to be careful though, because there's something behind here. Okay, I think I'd like this to go up just a little bit, so I'm going to poke next to that. And if it doesn't work, I'll tape it in. Yeah, it's like right in the middle of where I landed it is where it really needs to go. You're all probably worried about Okay, so I don't want it to cover up the 15, but I wanted it to come down a little bit more. So I'm going to grab this, spread the legs on my brad, because that's what they're called, guys, is their legs. And then I'm going to take this washi, put it on to kind of anchor that so it doesn't slide. Now the one thing I don't love about this is I got it kind of, there's a little bit of space there, which is not my favorite thing in the whole world. Could add a little bit of green here probably. What is that? Something is the necessity is the mother of invention, right? Okay. My desk is going to be a mess tonight, and it's going to stay that way. Yeah, I'm actually okay with that. I think that worked out okay. It would be nice to get a little green over here. Here's A Joy to the World too, and we did sing that song. That's too much. Pop that right there. So that's there. This one says a season to remember. That's too much. If I had like a green star. Oh, how about my puffy stickers here? Under the tree. I have green hearts. Not quite the right green though. And this is not family time, although these are really good friends. Let's see, thinking. Okay, back to this. I was thinking if I had like a little green star in the right color, because there's gray. Yeah, there's a green star, but it's big. Like it really almost needs to come down there. So that's not the solution. Let's see, I do have stars from Oh Studio. Let's see if we have any green. That would work. Okay. That big one's too big, so let's go with this. Just trying to figure out, let's figure some balance. And since I'm using this color there, I think that would be nice. Maybe a little one there, which, okay, so now I've started a whole star thing, so I think I need to do something to bring that in to the rest of the layout. So under enjoy. Bring a green one down. Nope, green one up here. Need a green one down there. I don't think I have any pink stars. I don't. I have one white one. I just found some more green stars, so that's cool. Because that's too big. So I think I'm going to take this green star off of here. It's a little bit too big. And since I just found these other ones where I think the colors work well too, I'm thinking we're going to do some green and white up here. So kind of, there's green here, that one. Looking to see if I have any more white stars, which I do not. Then thinking, I want green here, I think. Yep. And then here, stars all over the other layout, and nothing here. As As you can tell, I'm changing my mind. I'm thinking I'm okay with this green star here. And I'm obviously thinking really hard as I'm doing this because I'm not talking. And now I don't even remember where I got this white one from or where the thing is for the white one. So we're just going to pop green, 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 and a white one right there. I'm thinking, oh yeah, and I don't have, this is what's happening too, is there's enough stuff on here that it's starting to bother me a little bit. Okay, so I think there's a lot of stuff going on here, like this and that, and these. I think I needed to pare that down. Sometimes I do like a lot of stuff on a layout, but sometimes I think you can just get way too much. And I really think that's what was happening here, is I was getting way too much stuff. Okay, so the one card that I'm still wondering about is this one. If I had like a, I think that maybe I think works, except there's this gold that I don't have anywhere except for in that tree. And it's looking like it's just sticking out. See, Kelly changed course partway through her layout. See Kelly poke herself. That didn't feel so good. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely changing my mind. I'm not loving what happened there. I think I'm liking this direction just a little bit better. It's a little bit more sophisticated, I guess. That one can come off there because I think I was just happy with the way that was to begin with. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is add that one there. The wonder and joy. And the idea is to try to get is that? Yeah, that's right in the middle. This is the kind of stuff, by the way, guys, that when we as YouTubers do process videos, this is the kind of stuff that happens all the time, but it's also the kind of stuff that you don't ever see because it's edited out. And, you know, that part of that is in the interest of trying to make a process video not so long that you don't want to watch it. I mean, I know because I can see my stats that the average viewer watches about 8 minutes of videos. And so, you know, when you make a 10-minute long video and people are only watching 8, then you know, the question is, do you shorten your videos up? So anyway, that's part of how we do it, is that you don't see the whole thing then. Okay. So wonder and joy. Okay, I like that because now at least I have that in 2 spots. This needs to come off of here yet too. That was looking a little, that's looking a little bit better to me now. Now this, obviously you're not going to see behind. So let's glue this down and see, because I think this is also distracting me, is that I have a lot going on here. It's a little long for this card. So, which means that the card wasn't really actually 4x6, because that's cut to 4x6. Okay, I can tell you that this helped immensely already for me in just kind of concentrating back on what just on what you'll see together here. Okay, that works a little bit better for me. And then I'm thinking, do we need a little red right here with a little bit of gold? Because I have these. Now there's not any red on that part of the page. That's my one reluctance. So maybe it needs to be green. So I get a color down there that's represented in the rest of these colors here, but it's not yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll just pop a little bit of a little tiny one, and I'm gonna have to be careful because again, of course, I've already glued that other one down there. So this is just going to be a tiny little guy here. And then we'll have the gold spread across the pages here. And the tape's being a little bit sassy here. I do love this because it's kind of a really cool, like, wintry leafy tape kind of a thing. I'm like, where did that go? Right there. Okay. All right. Much better. I still, that still is maybe not my favorite. I think it has something to do with, you know, the whiteness of the 15, but I think it's fine. You know, it's not, certainly not my favorite spread of all the spreads that I have done so far, but I think it works just, you know, it's going to be fine. It's, when something is not my favorite spread out of everything I've done, and these, I tried to flip those, but I realized there's stuff on the back, so I can't do that. I try to remember that this project is a kind of a book as a whole thing. So when you take it in the context of the whole book, it's going to be fine. I think in the end, you'll just look through, and I may even years from now go, oh yeah, that's right, that wasn't my favorite spread. But the cool part is it is good memories for me. So that's becomes less important as time goes on. Okay, so let's get these guys down. And then I think that's done. So I will have the journaling yet to do here. And I'm pretty sure that I am not going to just drop this in the middle. I really think I want to see that because that just clouds things up. Although it may make that make more sense. So not quite sure what I'm going to do. I really think it'll be better over here instead because that'll like put the ending to it, and then I'll go to the next piece here. But that we'll see what happens, and I may remember to show you that in the coming days. So guys, there is day number 15. Hope you guys are all well. I'm going to bed. Bye everybody.